confused starting out. So when you get in, it has all these different things across the top here: play, map, heroes, squads, armory, skills, loot, store, and quests. All right, so We'll start on the right side because it's easier. So on the right side, you'll just see your main quest here. That's what's going to happen when you go to play. And if you just hit play now, it's gonna take you to somewhere where you can work on your main quest. There's other quests though that are in here. You got tutorials to learn how to play, hero quests for the different types of heroes. There's ninjas, outlanders, and constructors, and soldiers. And I don't know. Here, let me look at the heroes. We'll see if we can see them all. Collections is probably a better place to look at that. So if you look at the heroes, yes, there's 4 different types. You got soldiers, constructors, ninjas, and outlanders. So the soldiers are the best with guns. They can throw grenades and stuff like that. The constructors are best at building a base, and they have different abilities that help make the base better and stronger and stuff like that. And then the ninja is going to be your melee specialist guy or girl, and they got different like things that make them better with swords. They got like throwing stars and stuff like that. And then the outlanders are kind of like your scavenger class. They're kind of really good at getting resources, and they also have some other abilities that help with fighting too. So then this is actually just going to the collections. I can hit a lot of this stuff on here. So building a base, after you build a base, you want to like set up traps. It's kind of like your standard, like you want to build a little route that the monsters will follow. And some of the missions, it'll tell you where the monsters are going to spawn. Sometimes they just spawn on one side, sometimes 2 sides of where you have to build the base, the thing that you got to protect. And sometimes they can spawn on all sides. And so if you could make like little, zigzag snake things that the monsters have to run through. If it's too busy, like you have too much of a zigzag thing, they'll just run to one side and break through a wall and it won't work. So you can usually only get that to work for like 2 or 3, maybe 4 different snakes. And as long as you leave it open, then they'll run through it. But if you try to block it and make a snake, they'll just run to an easier spot. So and then so you can do wall traps, ceiling traps, floor traps. It's kind of like a builder slash shooter RPG kind of game. So not only do you like build this stuff into missions, but you have like a base on the map here. Let me show you that. So if you go to the map, I've already made it to the second area. There's 4 areas currently. But like you have like the home base thing, and you can go and work on that. So if you want to just go collect some resources from a mission, and then go back to your home base and like build it up bigger. I wouldn't suggest spending a lot of time on the first area bases, but a reasonable amount. You want to have a few snakes with traps that'll catch the guys, and be wary of because most of the bases, even when you extend it out, they can get hit from multiple sides still. It's just not, east, west, or east-west, whichever way you're looking here, north and south. One side they won't come from, but you have 3 sides that you have to worry about. And as you extend out on this side, this side can get hit from, east or south. So it was a mistake I made earlier. I thought they would just, if I was extending out east, the monsters coming from the east would go there. And so I had to make some corrections, and I got in a little bit of trouble, but I made it through it. So this is what was really confusing to me. I didn't know what to do with all this stuff, so I went to the armory and I just kept dumping things into the collections when I first started, because it gives you a lot of stuff to get you started. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know what to do with this, so I just put it in here. Like I put a lot of traps. It's important to notice that the traps and your assault rifles, all these guns and weapons and stuff, when you put it into collections, it's an actual blueprint that you're putting into the collection, not the actual weapon. And so be mindful of that. And also, like, if you've already put, like, say this firecrack pistol in here, and then you get another blueprint and you start leveling that up, once it gets a higher level than the one that you put in there, it's going to come up on here like, say, let me go to, is it under clubs? No. It's like a mace or something. Hardware? Yeah, hardware. See, like this one, I've already given it a schematic right here, and it's blinking like I need to put it in there to fill it. And what it wants is, oh, sorry. So yeah, I've leveled up 1 to 20, and it wants to take my level 20 and replace it, which someday I might do. I don't know if it gives you better stats or whatever. If you get like the collection, it gives you like a little buff, like if you get all the different types and stuff. And then so the thing that I didn't really catch on for a while was the survivor squads. I didn't like, when you first go in, you're just playing, you're playing with other players, and so I thought these were for like if you didn't have players playing with you. But each one of these actually increases your stats. And so like this one, she's a lead survivor and a gadgeteer, but this is an EMT squad, and so I should move her into a gadgeteer squad, but I haven't unlocked that yet because you unlock it later. So I just put her in there because she's high level, and you got personality here is that little icon there, and that it means competitive. And so they get a little bonus if you put in more competitive ones in there. It increases this number, and by filling in your squad mates here, it actually it makes your character that you're playing with have more stats. So if I show you like this, if I take out this chick and just like take her away, watch the stats in the top left, like health and shield and fortitude and offense and stuff. Like, see, if I go to nothing, it's going to take my offense down to 63, and if I leave it alone, it's at 99. So that's pretty significant amount of offense there that I'd be losing if I didn't fill these squad things, which I never did until like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks into the game, and I was like, what is this? And so I finally decided I wanted to take time to try to figure it out. Defender squads, these are for like your base. I'm not sure how they actually come out or whatever if you're using them. I've never seen them, but you can put defender pads down, and then those and you can get any of your defenders out. So I don't know what the significance is of having the home base ones. Maybe if your base takes some damage, they'll come running out and defend it or something. I've never had a base take damage, so I don't know. And then also we're in the squads thing. That's where you do expedition squads. For some reason, when you click in here, even though I got some expeditions out and they're done, it doesn't. When I click on it, it doesn't say. There's nowhere to get my expeditions back that I can figure out, anyways, to check them. Sometimes I have to run a mission, but also, like if I check my skills and do something, and then sometimes when I go back there, it lets me get the guys from the expedition. So this, you're gonna want to do this like once a day, start when you're first starting, and then when it picks up and you're gathering more, you're gonna want to do it like twice a day. Just hit the collect thing, and you can store these research points, and then you can use them on things like, you know, resistance or whatever. This is where you get a lot of your skills too. You learn how to do things. So like, I think I'll just get like some extra. I don't know which way do I want to go here. I haven't really looked at it. It's a think tank squad, gadgeteer squad, training team squad, close to Tulsa. I think I have more gadgeteers, and maybe I'll just go for resistance here. What's that thing? Upgrade storm shield storage vault. Maybe I'll go for a think tank. Because you need to get these ones too. Look for these ones to increase your backpack size. Otherwise, you gotta constantly go and like get stuff out of your backpack, put it in the vault or whatever. Actually, either one would be fine. So I'll just do that one and see. It takes from this right here. Now I'm down to 328 out of a maximum 5,325. And it says I get 108 an hour, and this thing can only store up to 2100. So that's, the game gets you to at least come and check it out, once or twice a day just to get your research points. So it's good about, making sure people log in or whatever if they think they might still be playing, they're at least gonna get on and do that, and then they might play a couple rounds. I've kind of gotten to a point in the game where, the missions are getting really hard for me. And so I'll just do a mission and show you what it's like. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done a mission. Yeah, my resources were full there, so I didn't want to do another mission because I'd be just wasting resources. So let me go. I'm just gonna go to my home base here real quick. Just load that up for the new town. I'll just, hey, at least you get to see what my home base looks like.
We're not ready to expand.
So this is the base. I've came back and worked on it twice. This is what it looks like now.
Return to the map. You can leave any time by selecting leave
That thing
with
there
party from the
probably
Storm
needs to
Shield
go,
console.
or I need to change its direction. Actually, I think I'll just change its direction so it leads them down to my... If they do come from up there, I got doors and stuff though, they'll probably just jump off. Alright, so this... nothing special. When they get to here, this thing knocks them off their feet, launches them up in the air, and then they'll get hit by the trap. This trap probably twice, and that one just like electrocutes them. So like floor launchers, wooden floor spikes, all that's good stuff. Floor launchers, and then I got gas and lightning like traps on top there. So they'll just do a lot of damage and stuff. I don't know if I have any more traps. Oh wow. That's a big trap. It's a high level trap. Where do we want the high level trap to go? Yeah. We'll just put it. Yeah, we'll just put it over here. Alright, so I just came here mainly. So you got other traps. I do have other traps. Alright, they fell in some of my holes here. You can see how that works. Those are done. What about wall traps? See if I got any more traps left. Nope. Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna go into my home base thing here. Just gonna deposit. If you're not planning on building, but you just need to load up some stuff into the storage, you can just come in here and just drop it in. I'm gonna have to take some things out. And so you can just do that and just deposit some things. And so it's maxed out. Now that I'm done doing that, I'm just gonna leave. And then I'll go try that mission. So you can like just build if you don't want to go find the way up. You can just build up. Just like everything's pretty much like you can loot a trash can and find some stuff, you know.
Groupies. Wow. Thanks again for your help. See you soon.
All different kinds of zombies and stuff. So you just run around trying to find chests. The Outlander's actually good at finding chests too, but I haven't leveled up this one enough for him to be able to have that skill. But if you're close to a chest with the Outlander, it'll put it on the map for you, and you know there's a chest nearby. But if you don't have an Outlander, you could still like just find it.
The shelter. Use the terminal to run diagnostics to see what's wrong.
go. So with the Outlander, you have to find those things, and they give you little fragments that you use to either summon like the teddy bear thing, or to do the loot llama, which everybody has to beat up to get loot. You'll see it. That thing needs some stuff. Needs the blue glow to activate it to save that survivor. Some guns can shoot through enemies, so you can get like double headshots like that.
Could have stayed home.
Let's see, I'm really under geared as far as weapons goes for these guys. I should be able to take them out faster than that.
Drones has taken damage. We can't let the husks destroy the drone.
It's really hard to do at this level. Well, if I start seeing other people head that way, I'll go for it. But we don't have a full team over there. We're hosts. You want to look on roofs and in basements in this game. That's where basically all the chests are going to be. And sometimes you just have to beat through a driveway and there's a chest underneath it. You can hear them when you get close. I'll try to find one so that you know what it sounds like.